streaming. Let's just get it rolling. 1 2 chuffy 1 2. This should be now working down here. 1 2 chuffy chuffy 1 2. 1 2 chuffy 1 2. This should be now working down here. 1 2 chuffy chuffy 1 2. Yeah, that works. Hi, you're with Scott. This is Ganji Kid, my stream. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is my big face. This is your right ear. This is your right ear. This is your left ear. Still got a beard. Going to shave the beard tonight because I'm going to that chuffing job centre appointment tomorrow. I don't want a job centre appointment. I'm a professional media producer. Made a film that was on Netflix. It doesn't mean anything, of course, because it's probably not on Netflix anymore after all these years. And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. I'm just a nobody. Just a streamer. Just going to be one of these streamers. Just I'm one of these streamers. I've got Ganji Puka Warriors. I've got subbies. I've got supporters. I've got tippers. We're going to say thank you for the tippers today. It's Sunday, and subscribers and all that. And I've got all that. I'm an ASMR artist. I make ASMR on the old YouTube. Where's the web browser? Oh, it's only little there. Look, it's only little. If you want to see all that stuff that I've been talking about, edits, ASMR, all sorts of stuff and chuff, take a look at this channel. Take a look at this channel. Take a look down the bottom of this channel. What we do tend to do is we put YouTube on, look, and I put some relaxing game music. But first I can show you our channel. It's our channel. Yay. It's us. We're live at the bottom. There's those Ganji Puka Warrior Media, Ganji Cuts, Ganji Arts. I haven't done any edits this year for those. Having a little think about how to proceed. Having a little January think. Still got the hurty teeth, of course. Still got a bit of hurty teeth going on right now. Probably because I just made myself a nice sweet tea. Oh, that sugar around me. Oh, my teeth. But we're going to do today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep it brief, more brief with Liz Truss. More brief with Liz Truss. Then do the thank yous. Nice, decent little stream. I don't want to get curmudgeonly. I'm not going to allow my dissatisfaction to colour the content too much. And we're not really a political stream. But Liz Truss is just unbelievable. Like some of these people, what's been going on in the UK recently has got to a point where it is so, like I said to myself, I'm not going to be a political streamer. I'm going to leave that aside. But it's got so astronomically, it's like a clown show. And like nobody seems to, like we're not marching in the streets against these people. We should be. We should be marching in the streets against these people. These malignant, evil, vile people are either idiots and fools, or they're taking us for idiots and fools. So today I'm just going to show you just a little bit. I'm not going to go into the history and the Brexit and all that. I'm not going to go into the selfishness and her own businesses and what she's got to gain. I'm not going into that today. I'm going to turn this off because I'm looking a bit. We're just natural daylight today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about Liz Truss and what she's recently been doing, and I'm going to use it, just this recent example of what she's been doing. Web browser, let's just shuffle that around, and I'm going to use it to highlight and prove that she is, and you can make the choice, she's either an evil person, like a malignant, selfish, vindictive, like spiteful, nasty person who shouldn't therefore be in control of any part of our government. She has no place in our government because of her poor ethics, or she's an idiot. And if she's an idiot and a stupid person, again, she shouldn't have her hands on any of these money taps. She shouldn't be part of any of this decision making. She shouldn't really be foreign secretary. She should be out on her ear. We don't want any part of this woman in our culture. She's not very nice. She's not very good. Right? There's a number of ways I can say it. I'm going to prove it so that this isn't some sort of like conspiracy fool video. I'm just going to prove it just by showing you what she's done recently. Just going to prove it, and then you can make up your own mind. We've got the chat open. If you want to chat, you can chat. If you want to rap, you can rap. Rat-a-tat-tat. And usually we just get little Russian, like, we usually get like something like that pop up from the Russian spies. So if you want to join in and confuse the Russian spies, then chat some little rubbish. or don't. It doesn't matter to me. This is live recording media products that you can watch at any time in your own pleasure. So it won't be useful for everyone. It'll only be useful for the UK people, just to discern what kind of idiot this woman is. Before we do that, let's get the relaxing game music. Let's just put Zelda music, and it brings up all sorts of game music. And then we'll just pick one, and we'll hope it's a nice one for today. We've listened to a little bit of that one. They're all coming up with Zelda, aren't they? Relaxing. Let's switch game music. Have a little bit of this on in the background. You'll like it. You'll like this. You like this. Talking of you like this. Where's my clapperboard? I'm very unlikely to edit this, so I don't think there's much point doing this, but like, hopefully that'll all be in sync. But you like it, so I do the clapperboard for you because you like it. Web browser, sleepy game music, so I can hear it just in the background there. That's nice. So Liz Truss, she's our Foreign Secretary at the moment. What that means is that Boris decided that this woman who won a seat in the Parliament, she became an MP because people voted for her in her local constituency, which I can't understand. Don't see why, but you know, that's people for you. She's in the same ballpark as Nadhim Zahawi in a way, because she does nasty, evil things behind closed doors, but then in public she does things that appear to be naive and stupid. So you can make a decision, which one is she, evil or stupid? But both ways, she's ripping you off and doing you dirty. So we talked yesterday about the reason why this Ukraine war, not YouTube, shove off, hang on. We talked yesterday about the reason why this Ukraine war, Boris, Ukraine. We talked yesterday about the reason why we thought this, or I thought, and this is not, you know, facts on the ground, is it? It's a bit conspiracy-esque from me, but this is my opinion, so you can have it or you like it or you don't. It's up to you. I think that Boris Johnson and his friend Vladimir Putin, because like I said yesterday, we get a lot of Russian money into our government, not me personally into my pocket, but Boris gets a lot of Russian money into his pocket, and then they make some decisions to help or whatever do Russian interests. We proved that through the Russia report, didn't we? We know that our government are being, you know, funded in some way by the Russians. So they are friends. And so what happened was that England and the UK, we sell a lot of guns. So by Boris Johnson, in a week where he was politically unstable and seemed to be fragile and people were asking for his head, in a week where he was politically inept, he managed to twist a situation. So all of a sudden he looks statesmanlike. He's pushing Russia back and he's telling people that he's the man to push Russia back, and he's going to go out there and face Putin down, and what a great man we have as a prime minister. He's almost Churchillian, isn't he? When actually he probably phoned Churchill, this is my opinion, probably phoned Churchill and said, Putin, and said, can you move some soldiers over to near the border? Just move some soldiers near the border. We'll tell everyone it's going to be a war, tensions will rise, we'll sell some guns, you can make some demands of the West based on your opinions, we'll all go home happy. And I think that's what's happening. So we've been selling our guns already. We've been selling our guns. So there they are, being friends. Johnson is on his way out there. He's going to visit. It says to visit the region. Obviously, it's suggesting that might be Ukraine, but it's not. He's going to visit Putin. And Liz Truss is booked in as well for a visit to Moscow in the next 2 weeks. It's very important Liz Truss gets to Moscow right now. Moscow for some reason, and they're going to say it's because it could be World War, it's serious, could be World War, it's serious, so she needs to get to Moscow. I think it's not about that. I think it's something else, and I'll tell you why. I can prove it. Look, this is former Australian port. Before we get to that, let me just show you something here. I just closed my window. I didn't want to do that. History window, Liz Truss. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Google Liz Truss BBC News. Look, she defends using a government plane for the Australia trip. We'll get to that in a second. Liz Truss BBC News. Please, can I just have the one I was looking for that I was just opened earlier? News. Google it. What was the one I started on? Oh, unlikely to fight Liz Truss, this one. Okay. So they're working up the idea that there's a pretend war. Okay, I'd lost my place a little bit. Sorry. What I have got to show you here is that she's saying that we're unlikely. British troops are like, of course that we're unlikely to fight. There's no way British troops are going to the Ukraine to fight a war that's not going to happen. Of course, what a silly thing to say. What a silly thing to say. But she's saying things that make it seem like there's going to be a war. Well, what? Whoa. That's important, is it? Like, big war. Well, I just want to draw your attention to what the Ukraine's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, called on the West not to create panic, saying warnings of an imminent invasion were putting Ukraine's economy at risk. The president of the Ukraine has specifically asked Liz Truss, Boris Johnson, the Western leaders, specifically asked them, and if they called him up and talked to him, because they're calling up Putin, aren't they? They've got Putin on the blower. He specifically said, don't talk about this war and make it sound like the war. There's no war. You're making it sound like there is, and there's not. You're making trouble for our country. Ukraine's president has called on the West not to create panic. He told reporters warnings of an invasion were putting the economy at risk. Joe Biden said he believed Russia could attack. Russia denies it's planning to invade. So the people that are involved are saying there's not going to be a war, and please don't, the Ukrainians and the Russians are saying there's not going to be a war, please don't start working up all this rubbish like there's going to be a war. Liz Truss is working up all the rubbish. Where's she gone? It was this window, wasn't it? Sorry. Liz Truss is working up all the rubbish like there's going to be a war, just like Boris Johnson is. She's one of Boris Johnson's cronies. She'll do what Boris Johnson tells her to do. That's her political thing, how clever she is politically. She'll stab people in the back and twist things for her own gain, but ultimately she'll do what she is told. That's what she'll do. And in response, in favour for her, she'll get a nice job in the cabinet. She's been put as foreign secretary because Boris thought she might be a leadership candidate. You can't do anything with Jeremy Hunt. He's the real leadership candidate, even though his name rhymes with what he really is. It's her, and it's Sadvi Javid, and it's Rishi Sunak, possible potential leader challenges. You put one on foreign secretary, they go off around the world, they sound like an idiot saying stupid things in foreign countries. That's what Boris used to do. They made Boris be foreign secretary because they didn't want him to be kicking around and spoiling things and making rubbish happen. And it actually helped him, because when he was foreign secretary, he prepared his leadership push, and people forgot that he was an idiot because he wasn't around being an idiot. A dangerous idiot, a selfish, dangerous idiot who is not that stupid. He's not that stupid. He can twist you and make you believe he's a clown when actually he's got his hands in your pockets. So anyway, Liz Truss, she's saying all this rubbish. I told you I was going to prove that she talks rubbish. She's defended using this government plane for an Australia trip. She went on a trip to Australia. And she's the foreign secretary, so she's going to go on a trip to Australia. But it wasn't very good value for money to use an entire government plane for her own personal trip. She could have just gone on a normal commercial flight. But, there you go. It's within the rules, of course. It's within the rules. We paid for her to go to Australia. And while she was in Australia, she said some things that the former Prime Minister... Now, bear in mind, the current Prime Minister probably couldn't call Liz Truss demented because it might cause political upheaval, to be directly mean and critical over not a rival, just an international ally. So it's a former Prime Minister, I get that. But he's calling Liz Truss demented over her China comments. Ex-leader targets UK Foreign Secretary's remarks. This is 6 days ago. This is when she was in Australia 6 days ago. He's saying that her remarks on the China aggression in the Indo-Pacific are demented, and adding Britain suffers from relevance deprivation. He thinks that we're so irrelevant on the world stage that Britain doesn't really matter, that she's out to throw her weight around to make herself sound relevant, sound important. Britain's important. Britain's going to help you, Australia. Britain's important. When actually over there they're looking at her going, you're a clown. Why are you saying this? She's not paying lip service to the Australians. They know she's a clown. But over here in England, we're like, oh, look, our Foreign Secretary is saying important things in Australia and they're listening. Isn't she important? It's a photo opportunity. And a lot of the Conservatives, I'll show you this because I learned this from Nadeem Zahawi. Nadeem Zahawi, my local MP, I live in a market town in the centre of the UK. I live in a market town in the centre of the UK. So, of course, my local MP is an oil magnate from Iraq. Nadim Zahawi, MP, if you look at these images of him, watch this, you're going to see loads of pictures of Nadim, loads of pictures of him. And he's going to be looking statesman-like. He's going to be looking like he's doing the business. I tell you what, you see a lot of him. You see a lot of him doing these Boris Johnson photo ops where he's shaking hands with someone, or he's at an event, or he's like doing something with the constituents. Every third day of the week he's out there. Sorry, you can't see this, can you, if I don't move it, web browser. Every third day of the week he's out getting his photo taken with some happy people in the farmers union there, or the whatever. You know, look, he's doing the business. He's out doing business. Look, he's got a folder open there. He's doing business, isn't he? He's always getting his photo taken with some out doing here he is meeting child ambassadors. He's always getting his photo taken. He's not busy doing business because he's out getting his photo taken. These are photo opportunities. It's all about how you win votes through PR. They're a PR creation in a way. And the sad thing is that when you find out the real truths about these people, the real truths, like, for example, the gropey dinner. I don't know if there's going to be many pictures of this. Groupie dinner I've written. Gropey dinner. But if you just check the news, like he went to this President's Club charity dinner where all the men were groping the... I'd say all the men, not Nadim, of course. He wasn't one of the bad men. He was just there on someone else's dime or something. He talked his way out of it. He went to this dinner that one of the waitresses said the people were groping them at. You know, he was in that gropey dinner. Nadim Zahawi stables. What Nadim Zahawi did was he's a millionaire, multi-millionaire, of course. He's got this big stables business. Look, that's the property there, and he lives on. Like, he's got this big house next to it, adjoining it's this stables business. What he was doing was he was using the electricity from his house, running that to the stables, as you do. Separate buildings here, you can see separate buildings, running it out down the road, you know, over there to the stables, powering the stables with it. His wife was running the stables business, and we were paying their electricity bill for his wife's business. That was what was happening with that. So if I just go to the news, Nadim Zahawi, MP stables, back in the news again. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. He admits taxpayers paid the power bill for his stables. So he admits that we did pay the power bill for his stables. It's common knowledge. He claims expenses for his second home energy bills as well. We paid like 5-8 grand in 1 year for his stables. So he said it was a mistake. Look, he made a mistake with his electricity claims. On investigation, not his investigation, other people's investigation, once it came out that the electricity supply for a mobile home located in the stable yard for the stables themselves, not the mobile home, but for the stables, he's been receiving one, but it was a mistake. So he's going to pay it back. So what that means, you can either take him at his word that it was a mistake, and therefore he's an idiot and is not to be like, you know, this guy was in charge of the vaccine rollout, but he can make a mistake when he gets a power cable laid to the state. No one mentioned it, the electrician, and do you think this should be on your box or should it be? No, he made that mistake. He let that mistake ride for like years, and then when we found out, oh God, made a mistake. God, glad you found out. Now we can correct it. So should that man have his hands on any of the government? No, not at all. If you're going to make those sort of mistakes, you're not fit to work in my hairdressers, let alone run the government. I don't still have a hairdressers, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't let you cut my hair with those sort of idiot mistakes. So it's either deliberate. He's either deliberately stealing money and he's clever enough to work in the government, or he's such a fool that he'll make that sort of mistake and he shouldn't work in the government. But if he's clever enough, he's not ethical enough because he was stealing, so he shouldn't work in the government. So either way, we can prove Nadim Zahawi is not fit for office, just based on that one thing. And you can say that about the gropey dinner and all sorts. So that's Nadim Zahawi. This is Liz Truss. She's used the plane for the Australia trip. She's gone out to Australia. In Australia, right, she's causing all this silly stuff by saying these rubbish, idiot things. And I've told you that they're silly things. It's not just It's not just this guy who says, she's out there trying to look statesman-like, get her photo ops. Remember, that's where I've come to this. She's getting her Nadeem Zahawi photo opportunities in. So in England, we think she's great. Listen to the true story. In Australia, they think she's an idiot. Is she an idiot? Or is she vile and manipulative and, you know, smart and being deliberate? So the reason this is important is because she visited Australia. While she was there, she made remarks that China could engage in military aggression in the Pacific, encouraged by Russia's contingent moves against Ukraine. That's what she said. She said, Liz Truss, remember, we're not supposed to be working up problems, are we? Ukraine, Russia. We're not supposed to be working up problems. Hey, remember that? Remember that the Russian, like, my mouse stopped working. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. I'm online, mate. Mouse can't stop working. I have a limited number of spare batteries. Remember the Ukrainian president has said, let's not create panic. Let's not create panic. Well, Liz Truss is out there in Australia creating panic. She's saying that China could engage in military aggression in the Pacific at the same time as Russia moves against Ukraine. What she actually said as well, she implied, like what you're supposed to infer from this is, while we're all watching Russia, we could be missing China and the Ukraine. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad, isn't it? But someone who's in the area, someone who's, you know, in politics in the area, who doesn't worry about losing their job or, you know, getting a backhander from so-and-so or whatever, someone who's not trying to scratch my back, scratch yours, he's out there telling us, you know, he's been the Prime Minister, he's not an idiot, he's out there telling us she's demented. He said her comments are nothing short of demented. Not simply irrational, demented. He added that Britain does not add up to a row of beans when it comes to Asia. Britain took its main battle fleet out of East Asia in 1904 and packed it in with the East of Suez policy in the 1970s. It's never been back, he's cross. Keaton said in comments, Britain suffers delusions of grandeur and relevance deprivation. It's all about this Great Britain, isn't it? This make Britain great again. Make Britain great again. We can't make it great again by having all nationalists and idiots ruining it. We're making it worse. We're not an empire anymore. And out there around the world, people look at us and think, you idiots, for doing this sort of stuff. So she's an idiot. She's been proved to be an idiot. I'll tell you how I can prove it, though. Watch this. This is incredible now. This blew my mind. I then said to myself, well, hang on. Is she right? Out in Taiwan, I know Taiwan is the subject of Chinese aggression. I know that China are trying to think about, in the same way as Russia and Ukraine, the presenting that idea. Where did they get the idea from? Because it's happening out in there. China have been sort of moving things closer to Taiwan. Maybe we're going to invade Taiwan. No, China might make a move for Taiwan. They've been doing that, and we've been getting worried. And so that's the same story as we've now put on Russia and Ukraine. She's even said a little while ago, she's seen the parallels, hasn't she, Liz Truss? She understands the two parallels. Maybe this China stuff was happening first, and then these ideas about what we should do in the world, maybe these ideas about what maybe Boris and Putin's got this idea out of, oh, look, that's what's happening over there. Maybe if we move that politics to here, we can leverage it and get something out of it. Sell some tanks, sell some anti-tank missiles, sell some guns, make some money, political capital and all that. Maybe that's what's been happening. So, my browser, I want my browser so you can see the headlines. Maybe that. So, Liz Truss, and you'll love this. So, China, Taiwan, I wanted to look this up. Oh my God, look. China flies 39 warplanes towards Taiwan as tensions with the islands rise. Well, God damn it, Liz Truss is right. Why are these Australians saying she's demented? She's right, look. China is using the Russia thing as a cover so they can fly their warplanes in. God damn it, look. Monday 24th of January, Liz Truss proved right. Just after she said it, just after someone called her an idiot, they called her an idiot on, what was the date of this? This was 6 days ago. This one, the 24th. They called her an idiot on the 24th. And Sky News, who are a commercial news station with political leanings to the right, who have political You know, Sky News and the right-wing government, the Conservatives, in bed together. Yeah, let's just say that, right? We know that. They're a commercial... Sky News here. Sky News. They... commercial right-wing. They're saying 39 warplanes have gone out, so they're proving Liz Truss is right. She's not an idiot. But you scroll down the article. Oh, I love this song. This is from Moonlighter. Where's my big face? And let's just check the Sleepy Game music. It's Moonlighter. Oh, I love Moonlighter. It made me cry. Check out my video where Moonlighter nearly made me cry, or did make me cry, and I recorded me crying and talking about Moonlighter. Oh, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Let's get back to what we're doing. Web browser. So they're flying the jets, mate. They're flying the jets. You can't be telling us that Liz Truss is an idiot. They're flying jets over there. It's proven. But when you scroll down, you find out that Chinese pilots have been flying towards Taiwan on a near daily basis during the past year and a half, since Taiwan's government started publishing the data. So Taiwan have been saying this for over a year and a half. We know it's been going on for over a year and a half. Last October, there were 56 warplanes. So what's been happening is they've been flying close to them, but nothing has been happening. Creates this tension, creates this story. Liz Truss starts saying things which now aren't just him saying she's demented. We know she's demented. They're idiot things. She's gone over to Australia and she's saying stupid stuff in Australia that's not true about China and Russia, causing tensions within the West about Russia and about China. We know, we've proved it. It's not just he said, she said anymore. I proved it. They're always flying these planes. So why are you so worked up about these planes today, Liz, and not yesterday and not tomorrow? You know, it's obvious, isn't it? It's just you talk, and it creates waves. That's what politics seems to be for some people these days. You talk, and it makes waves. What a load of rubbish. You're not a politician. Big face. Some people say, oh, that's really good politics. Well done, Liz Truss, for your clever politics. Some people say, with your clever talking, making waves. You should be on YouTube doing drama videos. You're not a politician. You're a chuffer. You're not in it to make people's lives better, to understand the sociology and the complex interaction between economy and honesty and ethics. You know, you're not in it for that. You're just in it to make yourself a bit richer through talk, twist things, get yourself a nice job, sparkly earrings, Brexit bitch. Like, what a horrible person. And I can prove it because of the things she said, the reaction to them, and the facts of the matter. I can prove it. Liz Truss is either a dangerous idiot or a selfish, a smart, selfish person. What's she doing this for? Because Boris has asked her to. And on the promise of, political gain, I'll give you this job, I'll give your friends these contracts. She's out there flying around the world on our money, talking a load of shit. Liz Truss. What is the world coming to? What's the world coming to? Is that everything I got on Liz Truss? That's it, isn't it? Well, I could have loads more. You could go back, I could spend my life thinking and working on Liz Truss. No, I can't be arsed. It's just obvious from that one thing. I've pulled the rug from that one thing. And there were loads of other things that I know about Liz Truss. Like, from that one thing, you know that she talks shit now, don't you? You know it. She knows that the planes go there every day. But she's gone out and she said, oh, the planes are going to come. Oh, it's going to be bad. You know it. You know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Liz Truss cannot be trusted. She's either deliberately selfish, she's not good enough to be in the government, or she's stupid. That's the options for Liz Truss. Is she a vile idiot, a liar, or a fool? You have to decide. It's up to you. But you don't get to decide. You don't get to vote for her or in or out or any of this, do you? It's not up to you. Good old system we've got. So we should be marching in the streets against Liz Truss. We should be like, Truss out. Truss out. Johnson out. Zahawi out. We should be marching in the streets. That's what I think about that. But we have got this nice music in the background. And we have now said that. Oh, it's Earthbound. No, that'll get us copyrighted, you chuffer. Why would you put that in your video game music video, you idiot? Fuddle, you've ruined it for me now. It's not, Fuddle's not really an idiot. It's my fault for not checking it through. But what happens with, I'll show you. Why not show you? Because I talk about it enough. With, what was it called? Earthbound, Sony, and it's copyright. I'll just show you this on Nintendo Life, so it's not just like I said it, so it actually really happened. Web of a browser. Nobody ever wants any of these cookies, mate. Earthbound YouTube videos keep getting flagged for copyright by Sony. If you're a YouTube content creator and you've been playing Earthbound, which I did at the very start of my streaming career, it was the first game I played. I wanted to play it all the way through. I was having lots of fun. But then my videos started getting copyright flags from Sony because they released an album of game music in Japan, a studio album, and now they copyright the music. And that's that. So hopefully that hasn't just ruined my video. Pokemon Arceus though. Oh, Arceus. Oh, looks good, doesn't it? Collectathon. I heard Pokemon Arceus that it's not about the fighting of the Pokemon. It's not about the battling of the Pokemon. It's about, even if you've got the top Pokemon, the best Pokemon, you still want to go out and catch the rubbish ones because you need to list every characteristic of every Pokemon. That sounds like the sort of game that I could never put down, be up all night playing. What, you've got to fill in every single parameter on this wide and ranging chart. Completionism. It's a game for completionists. Whales is different because you spend money to become a whale in a way, don't you, these days on it. But a whale used to be someone who wanted everything, whether that means staying at the game or paying the money. But, you know, Arceus. Pokemon Arceus. Don't get distracted. We weren't doing Nintendo today, we were doing the government. Well, we don't have to do the government anymore. I've done it now. I've made my point. I've proved. We know that Boris Johnson is a liar. We know that's a fact. We know that Boris Johnson is a friend of Vladimir Putin and is in regular contact with Russians, and a lot of Russian money flows to Boris. I mean, he even used Boris as his first name instead of Alexander. They're both Russian names. We know that a lot of Russian money flows into the UK through the Conservative Party and Boris and his cronies. We know that they're leveraging the Russian military moving of soldiers to create a sort of fake war with Russia, like to scare people there's going to be a war. We know that the Ukrainians have asked the West not to do this and that they're not running the same rhetoric. We know that through doing this, it's distracted from the politics of today, which is that our national insurance is going up and the clowns that are doing it to us have been having parties behind our back while we've been on lockdown. You know, our cost of living is going up and they're pocketing, trousering all the profits. So the PPE profits, the chuffing, the economy, you know, kill all the vulnerable people, don't have to fix the social care, all that. We know all that's gone on. You know, everyone's just going to let it go. And we also know, sorry for sipping my tea like a chuffer, we also know that Liz Truss is now on board. You know, she's playing the game. She's out there talking rubbish on Boris's behalf. We know it's rubbish because I've proved that it's rubbish. There you go, proved it. Any idiot knows it's rubbish. The Australians know that she's an idiot, and they're looking at our national... Like, in Australia, what's happened is someone from the UK has come over and looked like a chuffing idiot, and I bet they love that. I bet they think, God, you know, I'm glad we don't live in the UK anymore. I'm glad we left England, all came to live in Australia. I've got friends who'd left England to go and live in Australia because what's happening in England looks ridiculous, and the people they're sending over have no substance, backbone, or, you know, decency or quality to them. So what a load of chuff. So we know that's a fact. That can be binned off. UK and Boris Johnson, we've seen that can be binned off. We know that Earthbound will copyright the videos. That can go. That can go. Right, how long have I been chuffing for? 30 minutes. See, that's a bit more concise, isn't it, today? I'm not as down, I'm not as depressed, I'm not as unhappy, so therefore I'm not as angry in a way, I guess. Although this stuff should make you angry. It should make you angry. We know Nadim Zahawi killed fox, or at least traded in the fur of dead animals for his bed spreads, because I haven't got that on the news anymore. Because they photographed the beds that he owned when he sold his house through normal house sale means, and it was on the internet, and there were pictures of these furs on his bed. We know that. I've got the photographs still. We know that Nadim Zahawi stole our money and used it to heat his wife's stables business. Knowing that, I wonder what else they're doing. And if it was just a mistake, then that's okay. Okay, if they hold their hands up and make mistakes, that's fine. Time to quit. Obviously, it's time to quit, isn't it, if you're making those sort of mistakes, because you just can't be trusted with the national economy. But what do I know? So we've done that now, nice and concise. Where's my phone? I've got all my other websites on my phone that I wanted to look at. I haven't brought it with me. Didn't expect this one to be so concise, did I? What are your thoughts on the matter? Do you even care? Should I even be doing politics? Should I just abandon politics altogether? I don't know. It's quite nice just listening to the music, isn't it? It's quite nice. I'll tell you what I've got to do tomorrow. I'll get up really early and go to the job centre and prove that I'm a self-employed streamer. Otherwise, they're going to... over the time that we've had that COVID, I had to go on the universal credit, because obviously I wasn't earning any chuffing money from being a media producer, because I wasn't going to go out and film anyone, because my nan was living at my house and I was caring for her. I was created this bubble to protect the people I loved. So my career, I sort of abandoned any thought. I was worried about it before. I was worried about it before. I wasn't making enough money before. I was trying, pushing forward, but I was worried about it. And now I just had to say, you can't worry about this as a COVID. So thank God for the national insurance, I guess. Thank God for the the taxes I paid for the fallback. Universal credit. But now I've got to go in and prove that I'm actually a self-employed person, even though all of my work is on the internet and all the money I get comes through public tips, and you can see my Patreon online. And that's going to be an interesting day for me tomorrow. And actually, conveniently, the battery's about to run out. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cack on with my day. I've got some writing to do. I've got some ASMR to record tonight, and got some editing to do, hopefully. Don't know if we will get the editing done for Mental Health Monday tomorrow now, but we're thinking tomorrow, Mental Health Mondays. This is an important one to pop quickly into your head before we go. YouTube, my channel. So what we do here every Monday at 8 PM GMT over on Twitch is we do Mental Health Monday, and it's a place for you to come and talk if you feel down, but we also talk about ideas and issues. We don't talk politics like I've just done today, of course. Over the last year, we've made a YouTube channel with lots of resources. So it doesn't matter if you're being discriminated against, if you're worried about hearing ghost voices, if you think you're drowning instead of waving, if you think you might be depressed, or are you not getting enough sleep, you've got exams, you're in anxiety traps, you've got an eating disorder, look at all these different mental health resources. We do hour-long episodes talking about each thing, over an hour. I edit them, put them on the YouTube. So we built the basics there of a mental health resource channel, and we've done a little bit about history there as well. So what I can do is every week I can talk about something mental health based, and we can keep doing it. But I thought a little carefully over Christmas, I want to, New Year, all this sort of stuff, I want to sort of reanalyse what we do all the time, see if I'm doing it right. Making a mistake in a way today by talking politics maybe, but I said to myself, we're going to try and get on YouTube every day for at least an hour, live stream about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, in the morning for me. I don't like to get up early. I don't like to get up early, so I don't have to because I'm self-employed. I've got a dog to walk. I do my best work late at night. Anyway, I get up, I eat my little bit of toast. I don't have toast, I don't eat in the morning. I have a cup of tea, mess about, cigarette, and then sit down after maybe a little bit of editing, sit down and do the live stream. And it's not always mental health based, it's just whatever, isn't it, on YouTube? It's just whatever at the moment. But over on Twitch, we had more, we should have more clarity. So we've got Mental Health Monday, every Monday, 8 p.m. GMT. We do this mental health thing. I'll come back to talking about what we're going to improve on that this year. We also, I tried to last year, and I think we should, attempt to keep this up, is we also run an art and culture stream on a Wednesday. That's gaming really, but it's other stuff as well. So these videos have come out of that. 5 Dates is Bad, and here's why. It's a review of 5 Dates. Diabetin, Puzzles, Pixels and Pain. It's a review of Diabetin. And we talk about, like, for this one, we've talked about sexism within games and lockdown and ideas of dating. In this one, it's brought up ideas of pixel gore and whether being part of a violent act makes a difference to just witnessing it. In Moonlighter, like I said earlier, we cry over Moonlighter in this video. This one's about Nico Avocado, and I think he's an amazing artist. Some interesting ideas and things. This one is an interview with a game developer because we played their game. So I wanted to continue that, an artistic look at culture and games. I wanted to continue that. We try and do that on a Wednesday on Twitch. And on Fridays on Twitch, we do my chuffing. So that became Ganji Cuts, which is me messing about really, having a chuff, having a laugh. How to play the triangle, a review. Killing people in VR. Chuffing about. It's fun. So that's the general gist. And I've added to it a regular daily YouTube stream about what I think maybe might get some views, might be a bit relevant, newsy. Not newsy. That's why we're doing this today, Liz Truss and Boris Johnson. Like I said, they seem to be pulling this real obvious scam on us at the moment, and nobody seems to be saying it's a scam. So I just thought I'd bring that up myself. But I'm left wing. It's okay to talk about this sometimes. I'm not going to be everyday political. Unless, of course, it gets loads of views, and then I might. But I don't know. I'm not going to be everyday political. That wasn't the intention. It's just how it sort of has patterned out with my mental health taking a bit of a hit this month. It's just the way it's worked itself through. So there you go. Let's get back to what I was saying about Mental Health Monday, though, is that this year on Mental Health Monday, we've done January nearly entirely now. 30th of January coming to now. So we've done 3 episodes in January, but none of them have been uploaded to the channel. Not yet. Haven't edited any of them. Partly because of my mental health, partly because I haven't felt like sitting down and editing involves me sitting at this computer and working for hours in a sort of darkened room, and it's not always mentally constructive for me. Sometimes it's mentally detrimental, and whilst it pushes my channels forward, our channels, it's sometimes mentally detrimental to me. So I actually have to think, no, I can't do that. I might write, or I might walk the dog, or I might eat better food, or stuff that is constructive to my mental health to allow me to produce better. So with that in mind as well, I thought, what are we doing on Mental Health Monday? How are we doing this? So what I've actually decided this start of this year is, and you'll be able to see this now on the full uploads on our stream archive, mental health therapy for free. Mental health therapy for free. What I've been doing is cognitive behavioural therapy online, essentially. I've been offering cognitive behavioural therapy. Now, in the UK, you don't have to be a therapist to offer therapy. There's no rules. Get this. I mean, I think this is bad. I think it's a bad thing. I'm going to do big face, even though the battery's about to run out. I think it's bad that you don't have these rules. I think you should have to be qualified to be a therapist or to call yourself a therapist. But in the UK, you don't have to have a qualification. You can just call yourself a therapist. And to make that point, I did an ASMR thing about it, but also I'm doing this. I found cognitive behavioural therapy really helpful. It was one of the things that actually tackled the anxiety in my life. I got to do it because I went through the NHS. They put me on IAPT. It took about 6 to 9 months to get there. When I eventually got there, it was really good, but my life had changed, and I didn't end up doing psychotherapy through the NHS because I thought my life's changed so much over this time. I'm doing well. Maybe someone else needs that better than me. Maybe someone else is more vulnerable than me and needs that psychotherapy. Let them take that slot. I'll say thanks, but no thanks. But the cognitive behavioural therapy was really good. It really helped. So I know now through our learning through Mental Health Monday that people are going on a waiting list, just even for the basics like I did for cognitive behavioural therapy, not even getting the crisis management, whatever. So we've done a whole year's worth of videos that cover the sort of crisis management angle. Like a couple of these are actually specifically about crisis management, what to do in a mental health crisis. Is it on here? Panic attacks, how to calm down, cope and deal. You can develop resilience. I'm sure we did an episode last year about how to cope with a crisis. Maybe we can do another one because it doesn't look like I've got a clear video myself on that. Oh, there it is. How to recognise a mental health crisis. We do have it. And how to deal with a mental health crisis. We've got those videos there. So we've done that like direct bang on the nose. You know, you're struggling right now. You can't get to see the doctor. What we're going to do. But I also thought we'd talk about this other stuff. And it's like, oh, you should go on the waiting list for cognitive behavioural therapy. That'll help. So what I thought was, why don't I just chuffing well present it? You know, why don't I just do it? So this year for January, I've been doing mental health. Where'd it go? I've been doing mental health. Quick forwards, backwards on the buttons. Mental health therapy for free on our channel, essentially. I've been doing it on the 9 p.m., 8 p.m. GMT on a Monday. And then putting the whole upload here on Ganja Kid. I haven't edited it yet because I don't know how I feel about editing it. I don't know whether I want those edits on Mental Health Monday's channel. I don't know. I mean, obviously I do, don't I? But I don't know if I should do a full course and then edit it down into bullet points, maybe pointers to where the long form video is. I feel a bit, you see how I'm feeling a bit unsure about the direction and the path and whatever. But I'm sure about one thing, is I want to offer that cognitive behavioural therapy for free on the internet so people can get that help without having to wait 9 months. It's not going to be as good as if you actually went to the cognitive behavioural therapist. It's not going to be as good as if you actually went through the system and sat down in the room, but it's going to be something, and it's going to be better than nothing, and it's going to really, really help, hopefully, a whole bunch of people who struggle with anxiety, stresses, depressions, whatever. It's there for those people. It's really important. So the only thing I haven't done is edited it yet for the Mental Health Monday channel. Another thought I had is maybe it's time that I said to somebody, look, it's not a big job, it's a 2-hour video, can you just get the best bits out of that, you know, get rid of all my chuffing and all my nonsense and just the mental health pertinent bits. Just keep those in. It's a real, like, it's like a quick edit. Maybe I should be getting an editor to take that weight off my shoulders if I feel mentally drained by doing all the editing. Maybe I should just say to somebody, you know, there's people on the internet, there goes the battery. There's people on the internet that, like, for a £5 an hour or whatever, will edit your videos. Hello, Omar, you lovely cat. Maybe I should just be getting the editor to do it. See if that fixes the battery problem. I mean, it might be something we can. Like, at the moment, I'm not even stressed about it though. I don't want to be stressed, so I'm not going to be stressed by what's being uploaded to Mental Health Monday if it's causing me confusion. Let's just say that. So the easiest plan of action there is just don't worry. Oh, hang on. The focus problem again. Always the focus problem, you Scotty Hottie. The easiest plan of action there. I'm out of focus a bit still. I'm in focus if I sit further back. I'll just sit further back. The real plan of action there is just to not worry so much. The content's there. I've just got to edit it, or someone else can edit it, and then we can put it up on Mental Health Monday. We're still running Mental Health Monday. The channel still exists. YouTube likes there to be regular uploads so that it can regularly suggest it and, you know, and all that. I'm not playing the YouTube game with this really though, am I? I'm just putting it there as a resource, so it's there for you as a resource. So I don't mind if YouTube doesn't have any videos this month and therefore, you know, the channel doesn't get as many views or whatever. People find it through the work we do on stream, on Twitch. There's the resource. They find it through the ASMR as well. You remember I've said this, that a lot of people come to the ASMR channel and have vulnerabilities, mental disturbances, anxieties, whatever. On this channel, there's links to all the important Maybe I should put them in the about. They're down at the bottom there, look. Mind there, bullying, object, women are not sex objects, Samaritans. There's some links down there, and in all the videos and all the ASMR content, we put links. All the new videos have got the newest links. So that's there through the ASMR, but also, you know, our channel, our Mental Health Monday channel, is one of those links because it's a resource, isn't it? So that's what happens every Monday. That's what's to look forward to tomorrow. Hopefully I'll feel in a good mood to do it because I'll have been to the chuffing job centre and wasted my day with them. But yeah, hopefully I'll feel in a good mood to do it. And so I still write, I still record. I don't even know what I was saying now. I've got distracted in a way. Got distracted. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off and I'm going to walk the dog. And I always think I should come back and stream after I've walked the dog, and then things happen, and then this happens, and then I cook this food, and then the cat wants feed, and then, you know, I don't know. I should stream more, shouldn't I? But what I'm doing tonight is recording ASMR. That's what I'm doing because, just because. So that's what's happened. So you be good, my little puckos. You be good, and if you can't be good, then I'm going to send you to Australia where they're all going to think you're an idiot.